Good morning, long time no speak. We are down the farm. This is still here. I've got my truck, Jamie's Fiesta, my van, another car I'll show you later. It's a hive of activity today. So it's a bit windy, so we got the doors down, but we got all the gear inside. I'll show you what we're up to. Woo! Morning. Jamie's doing a gearbox on a transit on the old sketchy ramp that only just about picked it up. Ollie's making noise. Brad's making noise. Dyno cell's getting there. Look at this. Yeah, so this ramp ain't really up to the job of holding this van up. So as you can see, like all the ramp arms like bending and stuff, which is health and safety at its finest, but it is a H-frame ramp, so it should be alright. I tightened it down this morning as well, didn't I? So it should be good to go. What? So yeah, basically second gear in this gearbox is gone. And we could take the box out and have it like rebuilt for like 400 quid, but only a new first and second. Where for £800, you get a full rebuilt box with all new gears 1 to 6. So yeah, we're doing that, and we're going to do a new flywheel and a clutch as well. The boys are just cracking on back here, balding out the back of the dyno cell. At least it was, but they've gone for breakfast. They was, but they've gone to get something to eat now, so it's just me and Jamie. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to work on transits full time. Not with this ramp anyway. Struggles, doesn't it? Yeah, so we'll get this done, get some of this done, and then get his Fiesta in. Yeah, right, let's crack on. Right, so we've got Jamie's car on the dyno. It's not strapped down. I've got this, I need to wire up. It's a Max ECU CAN Lamba module. These are like £180 off my website delivered, and they're quite easy to connect to the Max Mini. You've seen this car before, obviously. It's got the Max Mini ECU and one of my wiring looms, all running and driving. But last time it was on the dyno, the clutch slipped. So we are going to wire this up, do a bit more mapping and see how it goes. Gearbox is nearly done on the old Transit. Look at that. New box in, new back mount, new clutch, new flywheel. Just going to pump some oil in it for the keen-eye people who see the top-up plugs out. Wheels are back on. Just need to bleed the clutch, and then it's another job done. The boys have been quite busy out here as well, balding up the front of the boom room, which I think is looking quite good. Just need to paint it. Old Alex is down here. I said, old Alex is down here, his truck's going back, and he spilled loads of paint in the back, didn't you? So he's jet washing it out. Yeah, so that is what's going on. It's been ages since I put a video up, so I'm going to just try and film a bit more for you. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so because this engine is running a Evo turbo and manifold on an adapter plate, there's a handy, you can just see here, Lamba bung that you can unscrew. So I've taken that out, and I'm going to just run the cable up here, run it through that P-clip, run it round there, plugged it into the CAN Lamba controller, which is just sitting on the firewall back there. Clipped it in there. I'm going to tie it up a little bit, maybe cable tie it up, and I've got the connector around here. I've brought the CAN high, CAN low wires from the ECU from one of my looms through the firewall, just through the hole there. I should really braid it, but I'm not going to, because we're struck for time and I haven't got everything here. As you can see, this whole workshop is an absolute state where everyone is balled in and everyone's doing work in here and stuff like that. So until I'm set up, and it's only Jamie's car.
Fucking only Jamie's car. Excuse language, sorry.
So this we'll have to do. So if you go on the, I'll show you on my phone, because I'm really cool and set up like that. If you go on the manual, you can see the wiring diagram there. Pin 1, 12 volt, pin 2, CAN high, pin 3, CAN low, and 4 is engine ground. And there's the little wiring diagram there. So I need to wire up this little connector when they come back with my crimping tools. Onto here, need to put a live on here and a ground. I'm going to take the live off of the ECU live. Wire it up into that connector, then that can plug into there, and then we should be able to program the module. So yeah, let's crack on. Saying that, looks like they just turned up. I left my tool bag in the car, unfortunately. So that's the plug wired up. Can high, can low in the middle there. Live in number 1 and earth in number 4. So, oh, now I've put the pins in. I can't do it one-handed, hang on. That's it. Locking tab goes in like that. I'm just going to take this up for now, plug that into there, and then I'll show you how to program the module. Woohoo! Right, so I'm in Jamie's Fiesta. He's got the Max Mini in the glove box there. Some of his loom hanging down, you can't really see, nice and messy down there. So the 4 wires come through the bulkhead. I've connected the can high, the can low, the live. I've just spliced off the ignition feed that goes to the ECU, and the ground I've just grounded over there onto the body. So I've got the lambda sensor unplugged, and I've disconnected any other sort of can system that's on the can line, because I need to program the module. So ignition on, laptop's connected. See if I can remember how to do this in one hit. So you need to go to CAN bus settings, and then there it says Max ECU wideband O2 module not installed. I'm going to put that as, oops, missed, installed. Now it's installed, you go to CAN lambda module setup. Yep, click on there. Module 1, only one module. You can have up to 8 per ECU, so if you had like a V8 you could run a lambda controller per bank if you wanted to, per cylinder, but obviously this has just got the one. So lambda module 1, 4.2 max ECU default, right to module, right complete. Restart the module, ignition off, take the key out, you see. Sorry about all the noise, they're all working, I don't want to stop them for this. Ignition on, restart the module, press OK, and then I should be able to go into fuel general, and then somewhere down here, from no, not fuel general, sorry, so fuel and lambda control wideband, that's that. So that all comes up now, and I think there's something else, can't remember off the top of my head where it is. I knew I was going to forget one of the steps. So under inputs you've got lambda sensor. If you click on lambda sensor, it's a single sensor, and then you click on Max ECU CAN lambda module ID 1. Once you select that, as you can see down here, you probably can't see very well, I now have lambda. So if I start it up, it will probably read something, which would be great, although I don't think the sensor's screwed in properly. Let me screw the sensor in properly, then I will start it up, and then we can strap it down and do some mapping, so this could get interesting. Right, so turn the ignition on, the lambda sensor warms up. Once the ECU connects, there you go, warm up. After, I don't know, 15 seconds or so, it should be up to temp, doesn't take long. He says, doo-doo. Battery voltage is a little bit low. There we go. Right, so now, if I start it, there we go. We now have a lambda working. Right, I'm gonna do some mapping, do some tweaking, and then we'll see how we get on. Do some power runs in a minute. Ah, that's what I need to do, connect that back up. Right, I cut the wires for the CAN check gauge, so if I connect them up, this will now work off the CAN loop as well as the lambda controller. Right, let's crack on. So, we've been doing a little bit of mapping on Jamie's Fiesta. It's a bit messy at the minute, but just following the log, and I've worked out he's making about 7 psi of boost. So Jamie's there with a bleed valve, just trying to get a bit more boost into it because we haven't wired up the electronic boost control solenoid. But it has made, don't know if you can see that very well, 193 flywheel corrected horsepower. It's about like 12 AFR to limiter, which at 7 psi is absolutely fine. You're not going to melt anything. I tried pulling a little bit of fuel out of it, and it made no more power, so I just left it at 12 AFR because that's what it likes, clearly. So now we need to get a bit more boost into it, which looks like you've done. You done? Have you cable tied it in, or is it in tight, or?
It's got like them little fittings on it, but so it fits quite nicely.
Is it nice and tight?
Yeah.
Alright, I will set overboost protection just in case, because... Have you opened the bleed valve at all, or?
Maybe a little bit.
Right, okay. Let's do another run and see what happens. really making much more boost.
Probably not.
No. I think you need a stronger actuator. You're like 180 kPa, so like you're like 10-11 psi, I'd say, something like that. You do make 222 horsepower at 10-11 psi.
Not bad.
Plenty of fuel in it. You won't melt it.
That's good.
It's a bit messy, but it's there.
Should do.
Yeah, yeah. I think you need to go on the net,
Find a bigger
spring for that actuator, get it to like maybe a base pressure of a bar,
Yeah.
and then we can fit the boost control from this. Well, weird. You look like Mr. Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men popping. Brad, pop out of that side. Yeah. Yeah, so put a bigger spring in the actuator. We can get to like a base pressure of like a bar, and then we fit the electronic boost control valve, and then we can do closed loop boost control from there, I reckon. Okay. So for now, you can have this back with about 10 psi and 122 horsepower.
100.
222 horsepower.
Hang on.
Oh, should we see what torque it makes? Hold that.
What's that?
Let's see what torque it makes.
Let's go for a walk over the engines.
122 horsepower and a 209 foot-pound of torque.
Can you stop saying 122, please?
It's not bad, is it?
That is 122, can't you read? That 2's a 1.
That's not bad, you know. Let me scale this a bit better so we can see it.
It's all on a fucking video now.
Ta-da! There you go. Look how it makes flat horsepower though. Torque drops off from like 4,500 and starts fucking ploughing down.
Right.
But horsepower's like, it makes 220 horsepower at 4,300, 4,500 RPM. By the limiter, it's still making that. That's pretty good, right? What are you doing with that camera? All I can hear is a pair of mutleys just laughing away.
Because there's just nothing that he hasn't filmed
Yeah,
so
I know.
far. As soon as you gave him that camera, everything is on camera.
Even Brad's in on it now. I hate it.
Should I chase him?
Give me this a sec. Freaking idiot, what are you doing? Look at you, you little mole. Run away. Dyno's looking sell. Dyno's looking sell. Dyno cell's looking good though. Yeah. Right, let me tidy this up, turn on long-term fuel trims, and I'm going home. So yeah, there you go. That's it for today, this little snippet. We're gonna get it off the dyno and call it a day. Bye.